Hi, I'm B-Rad, and welcome to the B-Rad video show. Today I'm going to do my first ever B-Rad video show movie review. I hope you guys enjoy this. Alright, today the movie we're going to review is Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, 2017. Okay, pretty much this movie, when it first came out, I wasn't even sure right away what it was. It's not a remake, it's actually a kind of a sequel. There's no recurring characters, I don't think there is anyway. It's a completely new cast and stuff, but it's still supposed to take place after the events of the original movie. So that's kind of nice to know that they're not just rebooting Jumanji. I guess I'll give you a little bit of a brief summary. I don't want to spoil the movie for you. I mean, you could probably gather it from the trailers if you've seen them. But pretty much, if you've seen the original Jumanji, they play a board game. And when they play the game kind of comes to life. And they have to continue to play the game until the movie's over. It's quite insane. Now, in this one, it's kind of the same, but a little different. Because this time, they've kept up more with the times. And instead of board games, kids nowadays like playing a lot of video games and stuff. So Jumanji is like a video game. And the characters get kind of pulled into the video game and become avatars of different characters. And they're in the game, and that's the way the movie goes this time around. It is pretty cool. Me being a video gamer, I liked that concept, and I was looking forward to see the movie. It made me excited about wanting to go see it. Now, it had a pretty cool cast. First of all, it stars The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It also has Jack Black in it. It has Kevin Hart. It also has Karen Gillan, or is it Karen Gillan? I apologize if I got that wrong. Is it Gillan with a G sound or Gillan with a J sound? Sorry if I got that wrong. I don't want to keep making a butthead of myself by saying it wrong through the whole video. Anyway, those are the four main cast, and they're the ones. Like initially, the movie has younger versions, or these characters are high school kids, and then they play this game and they get pulled into the world of Jumanji, and those actors that I just mentioned, they're the ones that you see throughout most of the movie, and it's pretty exciting. Anyway, when I first saw the trailer for this movie, when it first came out, that's when I first got excited about it. I wasn't totally grabbed by the idea of a new Jumanji movie. At first I wasn't even sure, like I thought it might be a reboot, and it turns out that's not what it is. It does take place after, and when I saw the trailer and I saw how it had video game elements to it, I was like, you know what, this is something I kind of want to check out now. It definitely made me more excited, and not only that, but seeing The Rock and Jack Black and stuff, it just it looked pretty funny. I'm not the hugest Jack Black fan ever, but what you saw in the trailer, I got to tell you, it looked pretty funny, so I was looking forward to see this one. Okay, so anyway, yes, I saw the movie. I gotta tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, it was really funny, it had a lot of cool action, a little bit over the top at times, but I don't know what to say. For some reason you're just able to completely escape reality with this one and completely enjoy it. At least I was. I had a lot of fun, right from beginning to end. There's times when I'm watching a bad movie and I can sit there almost as if I'm sitting outside myself and be like, I'm very openly aware that this is a bad movie, and I look around the theater and be like, is anybody else feeling the same way right now? But this one is not the case. I totally enjoy it from beginning to end. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of jokes and stuff in it, and I think 95% of them hit the mark pretty well. I mean, it was pretty good. The characters in the movie, now they were great. Again, The Rock, Karen Gillan, I'm going to go with that, I hope I'm not wrong. Jack Black and also Kevin Hart, they were fantastic. Now they were supposed to be high school kids, and they end up as these actors that I just mentioned. Now, not actors, but those are the actors portraying their avatars when they're in Jumanji. And it was absolutely hysterical. I thought it was great. The Rock, he's a big tough guy. I mean, look at him, he's huge. But you got to remember, he's supposed to be a scrawny little high school kid inside, and it's a character that thinks still like a high school kid, so the silliest things will scare him or whatever. I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but The Rock did a fantastic job of convincing you that he was actually a high school kid inside that huge body. Also, same thing goes for the rest of the cast. Especially, I love Jack Black. He was absolutely fantastic in this movie. You totally believe that he was not Jack Black. He was a high school girl inside a middle-aged man's body. It was absolutely hysterical. Again, the rest of the cast was just as good. Kevin Hart and Karen Gillan, I don't know anymore. Anyway, both of them fantastic. I loved both their characters. They're absolutely great. Again, you both believe they were high school kids just portraying their avatars, or trying to portray their avatars. It was hilarious. Okay, the story itself, it's not like a massively over-complex story. I've pretty much already mentioned what the story is. I mean, these kids, they get pulled into the game of Jumanji, and they have to go through a video game, you know. I don't think I'm spoiling anything. If you've already seen the trailers, you know they get a set amount of lives, and if they lose, then it's game over, right? And they can get stuck in Jumanji, so they don't want that. And so the story pretty much follows that. There's like maybe a little twist or two in the movie, and they're actually, I accepted them pretty well. It was nothing major or anything. It was a pretty cool little thing to happen. I enjoyed it. I actually think it was pretty similar to what happened in the original movie. So if you've watched that recently, then maybe it won't be such a big twist for you. But it was still a quite enjoyable movie. The settings were great, you know, the scenery, the jungle and everything, it looked great. I definitely wouldn't want to go there myself. I don't know where they shot it, but it looked fantastic. I mean, the movie is great. The characters in the movie, it was all fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. I guess if there's anything that I could say that I didn't really care about in the movie that much, probably have to be the villain. He wasn't the worst villain I've ever seen, but there was nothing about him that really grabbed me. I don't want to say the actor did a horrible job or anything like that, but it just wasn't outstanding for me. I mean, he was a bad guy, and he did the job of being a bad guy pretty much. But I felt the biggest challenge was for the characters to try and overcome the challenges with each other. And that was a lot more entertaining than watching them have to face off with the bad guy. These kids, they're supposed to be in high school, and they normally wouldn't hang out with each other, they wouldn't associate with each other that much, and you see a bit about that in the beginning of the movie, and then they get put into Jumanji together, and they have to overcome all this to try to, you know, work together and get through the game, get through the movie. It's quite fantastic, and actually that was one of the best parts of it, was these characters, the way they clash together, and they end up trying to fit together and work together. It's really, really enjoyable. Yeah, so the villain, I mean, he was kind of creepy and stuff. When you watch the movie, you'll see what I mean. I mean, you see him, you're like, oh, I mean, he was creepy and stuff. But I still, other than that, I didn't feel like he was a super strong character. And that'd be maybe my only gripe in the whole movie. Overall, I still enjoy it. Okay, what do I think about this movie overall? Well, if I'm going to grade it, I'm going to give it an A-. And that is pretty good. Jumanji 2017 gets an A-. What do you guys think of that? Did you enjoy this review? Please let me know in the comments. Have you seen this movie? If you have, please let me know if you agree with me. Please let me know if you don't agree with me. Did you like the movie? Didn't you? If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I think it was great, and I think it was very fantastic and fun to watch in the theater. You know, you can wait for home release, but I don't think you'll be wasting your money. The movie's been out for a little while now, actually, and the theater was still pretty busy, and the whole theater was laughing and having a really good time. So it wasn't just me. I mean, it seems like to be a really good, fun movie, enjoyable for you know, a lot of crowds, and I highly recommend seeing it. So again, please leave your comments, and if you want to see more videos like this, then please like, please subscribe if you haven't already, and also tap that bell icon to get notifications of B-Rad Video Show videos. All right, have a good night.